Alright, so I'm originally from Florida. I don't know if anybody knows that. I'm sure some people do. But I'm originally from Florida. And I've basically gone to Catholic school all of my life. I started in 5th grade, and I went until high school. I graduated high school. And I know a lot of people do that. Who did that? A lot of people. Nobody's gonna raise their hand, please. Someone help me. No? No one? Catholic school? No one? Any like religious? Anybody? Yeah, alright. So did you guys wear uniforms?
Yep.
Yeah. Quality, right? Anyways, so Catholic school, I grew up basically in like a Methodist church though. So I'm not Catholic. My family's not Catholic. All my friends growing up were Catholic because I went to a Catholic school. But not Catholic at all. I have a mom and a dad. They're great. I love them. I'd say they're the best, but I'm sure everybody says that. My sister, though, she's older. She's 2 years older. She's brilliant. I haven't won a fight with her in 21 years. And coincidentally, she's going to UNC Chapel Hill. I don't know. But she's studying to be a lawyer, so it makes sense. But yeah, I love soccer, fly fishing, anything that's basically, do it yourself. I'm down for it. But I guess that's enough about me and more my story. So how my story goes with what Nathan was saying is, I don't have some like crazy Saul to Paul moment where I got struck down by a beam of light and went blind for a little bit. And as people, you guys. But I don't have anything crazy like that. I don't have like some crazy thing that happened to me and found Jesus and accepted him and was baptized in a bathtub. Most of you guys were there when I got baptized. But yeah, I don't have anything epic, no craziness in my story. So I'm gonna keep it short for you guys. You don't get too bored, but we'll go with it. So I went through the Vacation Bible School cycle, is what I call it, where you start out doing Sunday school when you're like a little youngster, and you end up going through to like the youth group, and then somehow you cycle back around where you teach Sunday school, and you do the Vacation Bible Schools, but you're teaching. Yeah, great stuff, right? I hated arts and crafts. Anyways, so I always had like a really limited faith. I didn't have anything to like test my faith. I was really content in my faith. And I think it comes from my family was well off. My dad didn't, he went to work, he came home. It was the average like Christian family. He always provided. There wasn't anything to push me into a moment where I needed to be literally face to face with God or Jesus and I needed to make a decision. I didn't have that. Everything was provided for me, and that was all I had. So I didn't have any reason to look or to go deeper or to seek or to search. There's nothing there to motivate me, I guess you could say. So church for me ended up being like a once or twice a week thing where I went to church on Sunday, or we went to like mass on Wednesday, or I went to like youth group on Friday or Saturday. And it wasn't anything more than that. I'll be honest, the Catholic Church really made, or I guess the Catholic school, not the church, made church like a class. I came into class and you had Bible verses remembered, or you had like a prayer remembered. And even our language class, I took Spanish, our language class, you had to memorize prayers and verses in Spanish or whatever language you were remembering. So, everything became really stale, really no emotion behind it. Everything was watered down, and it literally became an obligation to do. Like, you guys go to class now, and it's an obligation. Well, I've been doing that for a long time, since 5th grade. But it was with my religion. And it just became a completely sterile relationship with God. And I ended up not liking churches, not enjoying religion. I was there, but there was no feeling. It just felt like it was for show and no other purpose. I didn't really get involved with people that felt differently. People didn't show me that they felt differently. And effectively, my life had became a routine when it came to religion. And I guess that's been the key struggle of my life. It's been the fight between religion and how a lot of people in churches do religion and a relationship with the Creator. I guess I found church to be empty, and I felt like it should be filling something and it should be lasting, but there's always something missing. I don't know. I hate to say that, I'll be honest, because I feel like everyone says that, like the God hole thing, people have heard that. But I guess it's true with me too. I guess it's true with everyone. So I really wanted there to be that feeling of like community within the church and to feel like I belonged, but I always felt separate. I always felt like as the church was there, I grew farther and farther away. But I guess like every story there's a turning point, and this is like, I guess, my comparison to the Saul to Paul moment, which seems pretty sad, but that's okay. So I can't tell you exactly what day, but I ended up screaming at God. I just went off somewhere and just screamed at him. It was my sophomore year. I don't know if anyone thinks that's crazy, but it probably is. If you saw me, you probably thought I was insane. But I was angry. There was a lot of built up anger over years and years, and it all came out literally that one night. And I just was so angry that I was so detached from this church that was supposed to be so close to God, but I was no part of it. And then, I guess after screaming for a good while, I realized that it wasn't that church was really doing it wrong. I mean, I can't put the blame on them, but it was that I wasn't there anymore. I was numb to it all. There's nothing there. And I had grown up in like an area that made that okay, and I let it be okay. And I had all the memorized facts and everything, in my head, the verses, the prayers, but it was all meaningless to me. So at the end of that screaming, I felt like there was a huge weight off my shoulders. In the next few days, I guess I realized that I wasn't really numb anymore. I started feeling things when it came to God, like, I don't know with you guys, but whenever I have a conversation about God or Jesus, it used to not be meaningful. It used to be kind of bland. And now, I mean, I can tell you I really feel something behind it now. So yeah, I guess you can say that that was my Saul and Paul moment, screaming in a parking lot. But I can tell you now that my view of churches is basically the same. I guess my view of the people and the community within them is a lot different. And I would say that I definitely have a relationship with my Creator now, which is weird for me to say if I'm going back to the mindset I used to be in. But if there's anything I want you guys to get out of my story, it's that just be real with God, because that's really what He wants. And he's not detached and unattainable and far away and doesn't want you to be a part. He really wants you to be real with Him, and to be something with Him, and just get that from it. And I would say Impact has really shown me the community aspect of religion, which is all you guys need to figure that out. so thanks. But yeah, they kind of warped the idea of church, and I guess it comes straight from the gospel meaning of community. I don't know if you guys get that, but that it's not just, you know, doing things that get us there. It's a relationship with God. And I guess my last thing to say is I want you guys to be encouraged to be real with God. If you get anything out of what I'm saying right now, it's just have a relationship with God and be yourself. It's pretty easy. All right. Thanks, guys.